A very good morning to all of you. So here we are back with the session on team building. And we all had learned, like in the previous session, we all have studied that how important whenever you want to build an empire, whenever you want to create something, whenever the people, what matters is how you can bring group of people together to form a team. It's very easy for a group of people to work together, but it is difficult to make a group of people working together as a team. Yes. So here today we will be discussing about the role of leadership in team chemistry. Leadership, we all are clear about like what is leadership. Leader is a person who manages the entire team, who takes the responsibility, accountability, authority of the team. He's a person who looks after the welfare of the team, who looks after the work done by the team, who looks after the how the things are going in or within the team. He is a person, leader, who shows the leadership quality. He is a person who acts as a link between the team and the management, junior level to the higher level. It is a link between them. As in motivation and goal setting, leadership plays a very important role. Same way, leadership plays important role in building team chemistry. He identifies the need, the areas in which the team is unable to work together, unable to coordinate together, find out those areas and start working on those areas. So today, let's check what is the role of leadership in team chemistry. First, providing guidance to team. If we just forget about team chemistry, let's just forget about the second word, that is team chemistry. Let's just talk about a leader. Who is a leader according to you? We're not talking in relation to team chemistry. We are not talking in relation to team. We are just talking. If I tell you, if I ask you who is a leader, what you are going to say? Who is he? Let's just write down, according to you, who is a leader. Now, if we talk about leader, the leader is a person who plays multiple parts in our life. Multiple part as in he helps us to stay motivated. That is, he helps us to achieve our goal as well as the goal of the organization. So he helps us in goal setting and goal achieving. He guides us. Yes, whenever we have any doubt, he just guide us. That is again one of the rules. It's simple. Let's write down the points one by one. What a leader does, because here in team building, today we'll be discussing the role of leader. Before discussing the role of leadership role in team chemistry, exactly a leader do. That is the leadership role he is doing when he is building the team chemistry. So if we just list out the important roles of the leader, and let's quickly have a look on the of the leader. So it is he motivates us, right? He motivates us. Other than motivation, he guides, right? Then what do you think? What all he does? Helps in goal setting. Then except goal setting, what help he does? He acts as a link between the junior level management, between his team and the manager or the senior executive. He acts as a link between us. Yes, he's definitely a link. Then he inspires us. Don't you think he's a person who inspires us? Yes, he teaches us how to effectively manage the time, because effective time management is again very important when we want to create a good work-life balance. And now he is a team player. Now, when we are saying that leader is a team player, from there his role starts as a person who is appointed to bring team chemistry, to develop team chemistry by his leadership quality. To fulfill this thing, team player, his role as a team player, he brings his leadership quality, and that's what we are studying today, that quality can develop team chemistry. So the first point, we have already learned that yes, leader is a person who guides the team on various different things, like if they are stuck somewhere, they need any kind of help to complete their task. They need guidance in understanding what their role and responsibility is. So in that situation, point here says, leader offers guidance to all members of the team to ensure they are fulfilling their role. Now, leader is offering his guidance not just to one or two person. For him, his entire team is equal. Whosoever asks for the help, leader is available and should be approachable to that person. So his role says he should provide guidance to all the members of the team to ensure that they are fulfilling their role. If there is any kind of doubts related to their role, if their role is not clear with them, if their task is not clear with them, if they are having lack of resources to finish, to complete their task, all these things are being communicated to the leader by the individual team member or the team as a whole, and leader gives them the best and appropriate solution to fulfill their role. So here, leader is focusing on fulfilling the task and roles and responsibilities by each team member on time, within time frame. Second, training and instructing team members and taking corrective or even punitive actions when necessary. Now, he trained the, for example, let's say a new project is being introduced, and along with the new project, it requires some new skills. It requires some new skills which are to be adopted to fulfill or to accomplish that task. So in that situation, he will provide you with the necessary training. Either he will provide, or else he can hire some expert to train you in that area so that you can accomplish your task, your roles on time. He will instruct you, instruct the team members, and if necessary, he'll take corrective as well as punitive action when necessary. Corrective action means to correct you. And what are the punitive actions? Punitive action, as in they are the negative things, like a kind of punishment. If he thinks that things are not going well, people are not being serious, someone is just taking things for granted, he may come up with punitive actions also. Because for him, here is one of the ultimate goal is to make team work in the right direction, to get the task done by the team within the time frame. So if required for getting that thing done, he will take corrective as well as punitive actions, whatever is necessary. Next point says, it involves responding to questions and resolving problems that can hinder job performance. See, whenever a leader has been appointed, he has to perform many different roles. And providing guidance doesn't mean telling people what is to be done. It also means to respond to the queries, the doubts which they have. Along with that, solving the problem that is affecting their job. The problems can be related to some internal arguments, it can be related to the unavailability of resources, it can be related to the conflicts between or with the other teams. So he has to take charge that could hinder the performance of the team, or he has to answer the questions which are being asked by the team members. Now, questions, if left unanswered, will not give good result for the work you are being asked to do. Because many times people are, though you have made the things clear to them, still they are unable to understand, still they need clarification on certain things. So in that situation, it becomes really important for you to be available to them, to solve their problem, to solve their queries, to answer to their question, and if required, resolve the issues that is stopping them to give their best job performance. So under providing guidance, we have discussed three important things: the guidance to each and every team member that they are fulfilling their job, taking corrective or punitive actions if necessary to get the work done, and providing them with the training and instructions. And the last thing was to resolve issues and answer the question of each and every team member. So these are the three different points which we have discussed under providing guidance to team. Now, what is an example? Let's just check the example of providing guidance. An employee conflict may negatively impact productivity. A leader intercedes and finds a solution, such as reassigning a work to different division. When new direction is given by business ownership, team leader makes sure that team member understand the information and how it impacts their specific role. Now here we have discussed two different things. First is, there's a conflict among the employees which is negatively impacting the productivity. Some conflict have arise between two different individuals, and now that conflict is actually impacting the productivity a lot. The productivity is reduced, there is no productivity, or it has slowed down. So in this situation, a leader, what he can do, he will just enter into that, he'll listen to both the parties and he'll find a solution. Solution can be, first he will try to make both of them talk to each other. If things work, okay. If still they're not ready to resolve their conflict, he can reassign a work to a different division. He can take that person out of the team and he can redesign his work in order to resolve or solve that conflict. Now, now this is the first example. So for solving the getting solved, he will redesign, he will reassign, or he will shuffle the team members. Second, Whenever you think a new division in the business is being created, a new task, a new project we have undertaken. So being a team leader, you need to make sure that team member understand the depth information about the new project clearly, and they're also clear that how it is going to impact their current role, what changes it will bring to their current role. So everything should be made very clear if there are any such changes in the organization or within the organization. So this is the work of the team leader, to provide guidance to the team related to any small or big thing, big change happening within the team. Second point, building team morale. Now, if I ask you about the term morale, what is morale? What is morale? Like for build that team morale, we should be clear with what exactly the morale is. Morale means it is basically a concern with the things like what is wrong and what is right. Deciding on the things, segregating the things on basis of what is taken as right and what is taken as wrong. So this is building team morale. So team leaders ensure that team morale remains high and that workers are motivated to perform well. It is like team leaders are holding high principle for the proper conduct of the job, that is again known as morale. Right and wrong, deciding on right and wrong, holding the high conduct of job, all these things comes under morale. So team leader ensure that team morale remains high and workers are motivated to perform well. It is the duty of the team leader to keep motivating them to give their best, to perform their best for good and efficient output of the team as a whole. Now here, their main target is not to just get individual person motivated to perform the job. It is a team activity, right? We need to take care that entire team is motivated to deliver and perform the best. So we make sure we keep the morale high, we keep the code of conduct principles high, and we motivates them to perform well. Second point under building team morale says, leaders can impact morale by helping to instill a sense of confidence and trust in workers. By his helping nature, by showing his help whenever it is required, he can instill a sense of confidence and trust in worker. Now at workplace, see, if people do not have trust on each other, if within the team, the trust is lacking, we cannot see trust among the team members, within the team members. So again, it is going to be really very difficult to make them work together, to motivate them, to inspire them, to achieve a common desire, common result. It's going to be really very difficult. So in that situation, he is a person who helps them to build that confidence and to create trust in workplace. Now there can be many different ways he can use to bring that trust, increase the morale within the team. Like he can have some regular team building exercises. He can plan out some things where team is coming together, knowing each other, talking to each other, and building a very friendly environment. When the environment is going to be friendly at that point of time, it is really going to be easy to build trust among workers. Trust is something which comes when we know any individual. So to know that individual, we need to do some of these activity which is bringing them together on a common platform where we are not just discussing about the work, we are discussing about things other than work to bring them close to each other. So here, again, it's his responsibility to build the confidence and to create trust in workplace. Leaders can also affect morale by creating an environment of cooperation between team members. This is another way by which you can affect the morale by creating cooperation among the team members. It is confidence, sorry, not trust, cooperation, teamwork, working together, helping each other. How these things are going to come? When you will know each other. That's why if you remember, when we were discussing about the stages, various stages of team building, the first stage we have discussed was norming. What does that mean? Norming simply means that at this stage, you just have one work, and that work is to bring individuals together, to make them understand that they all will be working together, to provide a friendly environment where they are talking to each other, they are showing their best to each other, they are interacting with each other, they are trying to create a bond among each other. That is the first stage, norming stage. And here, while building team morale, all these things which we do in norming state, that should be a regular practice to build trust and cooperation among team members. Next point says, compliment workers when they reach important goal and keep the line of communication open as workers strive to meet new objectives. For building the morale, for keeping the morale high, again, it is important that on completion of any of the tasks, you are motivating them, you are giving them the compliment, and you are having a clear, open, transparent line of communication, which you have kept so that whenever a person wants to communicate something, he feels free and he easily communicates with you. So that is how you can build a team morale. Now, building team morale again is the work of the leader. So you know, like how that leadership is coming into team building, like what roles a leader is playing, leadership role, what are all leadership role he is playing to bring team together, to build that strong team chemistry. He's guiding, he's building the team morale. Now in building the team morale, we have talked about 4 different things that you need to motivate the employees, you need to build confidence and trust in workplace, you need to bring coordination among the team members, and you need to have a clear line of communication, an open communication system, so that whenever workers find any difficulty, they can easily communicate or share their views. Now, one more thing is you need to compliment them for the work they have done. That is very important. You know, if you want to, when we are discussing about motivation, when you will give them the compliment, they will feel motivated and they'll work with double efficiency, great efficiency, because that compliment, that appraisal, that recognition helps them to stay motivated and to deliver their best. Now, what's the third point? Third point says fostering an atmosphere of creativity. Can you link this point with the previous point where we have discussed the building team morale? Atmosphere of creativity. What is that atmosphere of creativity? Like, what should we do? We should create a room where we have used different variety of posters, creative, colorful walls, a good interior, things are hanging at beautiful things are hanging at different places, beautiful plants are kept at different places, some very good looking stools or sitting arrangement is being made. is that we are talking about when we are talking about atmosphere of creativity? Definitely not. It is not creating, it's not talking about an interior which is creative. It is talking about the atmosphere which is creative. Like whenever we enter into that atmosphere, creativity starts coming out from us. So that is the atmosphere which we have to create, not any kind of interior we have to create, which is very creative. So team leader can foster an atmosphere of creative that can lead to innovation. Why he's asking for the atmosphere of creativity? Because creativity is directly linked to innovation, a creative innovation. Innovation is very important for all the organization to compete in today's market. There is a lot of competition going around in the market, whichever field you take. There is no such field where competition is not there. You need to be creative, innovative to survive in that market. You need to be very creative, very innovative. Now, for that, you will have to provide them that atmosphere. If you are keeping your employees always stuck with lot of work, they're always overburdened. Do you think they'll be able to be creative, innovative in doing something? No. Creativity, innovativity need time, need an environment, need space, need peace of mind. If you are giving these things to them, they might come up with something creative and innovative. Let's take example of the things running in the market. Let's take the smallest example of food items. In that also, there is a lot of competition with different brands. And they keep on coming up with some different things to attract the customers. Let's say, for example, I remember if we talk about the Gems chocolate that used to come in very small packets, only jams, colorful, nothing else. But then all of a sudden, a new thing entered into the market by the name of Kinder Joy, where it was having just two small round chocolate balls and nothing else. And the pricing was also very high, but still it captured the market. You know why? Because of the innovative, creative thing which it bought, adding a toy in that. The cost of the toy is very less, but that attracts the attention of the kids. Kids just don't, uh, out of 100 kids eating Kinder Joy, they don't like the taste of the Kinder Joy, but they just want to have that toy. And same thing, people buy the gems ball. They're not buying gems ball to eat gems. They can even go for the small packets, but they just want to have that ball. They just want to have that toy which is coming in that ball. That is more valuable than eating those yummy chocolatey jam. That is innovative. That is creativity. I've been giving you one small example of Colgate, like a toothpaste, where a meeting was being called to discuss about how to increase the sale of Colgate. Colgate is something like which people will use either once or twice. As you all know, we cannot increase the usage of that. Now here, still how we can increase the sale of Colgate, sale of toothpaste. A very creative employee, very creative mind stood up and just gave a very simple solution. Let's just widen the mouth of the paste. By doing that, people are doing it twice, but when we have broadened the mouth of that paste, of that tube, more paste is coming out, more consumption will happen, and if the paste which used to get finished in 30 days will now be over in 20 days. So here, in 2 months, where we used to sell only 2 toothpaste, now we will be selling 3 toothpaste. We have increased the consumption. We have not done anything. We have just acted creatively. We have just acted smartly to increase our sale. And that is what you need to create, the environment, the atmosphere of creativity and innovativity, where people are coming up with innovative and creative solution. The solution need not to be just related to the work they are doing. It can be something related to the team building activity also. The only thing is you need to give some ideas, give some suggestion, and believe me, these creative suggestions, innovations, if you grab the suggestion, innovation at right time in the right market, you capture the market. Yes, you capture the market. What do you think? This door delivery, food at your doorstep, what is this? This is innovation. This is creativity only. Earlier, we never used to add that. There was only pickup service. But now, people have thought differently. They have tried to bring something different, and that is what they have bought. That delivering ready food, delivering the food from any place within the city to your doorstep. That is creativity, that is innovativity, and that's what you have to give them. That's what you have to create for them, the atmosphere of creativity and innovativity. Let's quickly check the example. When telling an employee what needs to be done, the team leader can offer the flexibility to allow the employee to determine the methods used to complete the task within reasons. This gives them a sense of empowerment from making own decisions. Now here, how you can foster creativity. In this example, our employer is giving a task to the employee, right? A leader is giving tasks to the employee. Now, when leader is giving tasks to the employee, he is telling him what is to be done. He is telling the task to be accomplished, but he is not telling how you have to do the task. He has just set the borderline. He's just set the ground rules. He has just given what is to be done, how it is to be done, but he has not given any specific direction, detailed instruction of which method to be adopted to complete the task. Now here, he is giving the employee his own space. He's giving him the way to use his own creativity, own knowledge to accomplish that task, to finish off that task on time. And this gives them two things. This is bringing creativity in their work, innovativity in their work. And second, it is giving them the sense of empowerment, where they think that, yes, we are allowed to take our own decisions. Yes. So here, it gives them sense of empowerment from making own decisions. So here, when we create atmosphere of creativity, it will show them that we have trust and faith on them. We are delegating the work. People are taking the responsibility. They are having that sense of empowerment within them, and they are happy that, yes, our decisions, our way of working, our knowledge is also being utilized, and we have a free room to use our own knowledge and talent. They'll feel more confident, they'll give more better output. So this is one of the way by which you can foster, you can bring the environment of creativity and innovativity at workplace. There are few more points which we are going to discuss about how to increase the, how the leadership, the role of leadership is related to team chemistry. So we have 4 more points under this head. Those 4 points we will be discussing in the next session of team building. But team, till here, if you have any doubts related to this, please feel free to ask. Do you have any doubts? No? Okay. Question. Okay, see, creativity and innovative doesn't mean that always we are bringing something new in the market. Even if we are adopting a new way of working, that is also known as creativity and innovativity. For example, the team is feeling very dull. The team is working, but that joy, happiness is not there. The creative thinking is not coming. Let's just talk about event management company. The new things and all those ideas are not coming. What you can do? A person just came and told, okay, let's just go out for 2 days and let's just discuss about this in an open area. Now they have gone out for a trip where it is greenery all around. There they're sitting. Now see, this is a new way of making the team work. So this is innovative. This is creative. Like how you are making your team work. So it can be in any way. The only thing is you need to bring that thing. You need to create that environment, and creating that environment is also taken as being creative and innovative in getting the work done. Yes. So it can be in terms of anything, even the small thing, if you are doing that is related to this. Okay. Any other doubts? Okay. If there are no doubts, we are good to wind up the session. We'll see you with the next session in next 10 minutes. That is at 9:40. And the next session lined up for the day is work-life balance.